Communication. Computer-Mediated Communication, or CMC, in its name, it is rather foreign concept, but in reality, we have subconsciously been using CMC all our lives. It can be generally divided into two forms, which are synchronous communication and asynchronous communication. Synchronous communication is communication that happens in real time. This means that both parties are engaged in a communication together. A few examples will be a phone call, video call, Skype, and so on. On the other hand, asynchronous communication does not happen in real time. This means that the sender might not receive a response immediately from the receiver after sending the message. For example, sending a private message on Facebook is asynchronous. Advantages and disadvantages of computer-mediated communication. This means that communication can happen anytime, anywhere. Two communicating people do not need to be available at the same time in order to communicate. They do not need to be at the same place either. Useful when it comes to informing a large group of people about the same thing. For example, if a lecturer wants to inform about the sudden cancellation of class, it makes more sense to use Facebook for this purpose. Personally experienced would be doing group assignments. When passing out instructions or receiving instructions from someone else, it is always better to use a written medium so that we could always refer back to the instruction when needed, especially when we forget. When I get a short reply from someone I'm talking on Facebook, I constantly worry that my conversation is bothering them, even if the other party does not actually have that feeling and might just be busy with something else. What the other party can and will do with information we just shared with them. We cannot fully trust that the other party is telling the truth, because we cannot see what is really going on the other side. CMC cannot and should not replace face-to-face human interaction. CMC is an unavoidable part of our daily communication, and it is also a tool that we use to simplify our lives. is your stand about the issue? Do you think that the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? I would love to know if CMC had ever saved your life, or have you been thoroughly failed by it before? Just let me know. Thank you for watching.